I've never told this story to anyone. Not because I don't want to, but because talking about it still freaks me out. Even now, just thinking about it, I feel that same chill crawling up my spine. And honestly, I know most people won't believe me. They'll say it's all in my head, that there's a logical explanation for everything. But here we are. If you're the kind of person who sleeps soundly at night, who doesn't believe in things that go bump in the dark, maybe stop listening now, turn away. Because this isn't just a story, it's about possession, exorcism, and things I still can't explain no matter how hard I try. Things I wish I could forget. My Aunt Salma wasn't always like this. She was kind, quiet, the kind of person who'd never hurt a fly. She'd bake cookies for the neighbors, always had a smile for everyone. But then, something changed. She'd have these episodes. Out of nowhere she'd become something else, something uncontrollable, stronger than anyone I've ever seen. And trust me, I'm not exactly weak. I practice Aikido. I can bench 240. But her, it was like trying to wrestle a tornado. We'd need 4 grown men to hold her down. 4. And even then, it felt like we were barely keeping her in check. It wasn't just her strength, it was her eyes. They weren't hers anymore, they were empty. Like something else was looking out, feeding off of our fears. Her voice would change, she would say nasty things to the people around her. She somehow knew all the deep secrets any person in that room had. She would start pulling her hair out in bunches, and would try to grab the sharpest object closest to her to either hurt herself or anybody around her. Other than that, she used to spit and hiss at everybody around and touch herself in a very disturbing and obscene manner. It's not her, it's something else. Something evil. Something we do not understand and we need intervention, said my grandmother. My grandmother, a traditional Moroccan woman, was convinced she was possessed. At first I shrugged it off. Demons? Possession? Come on, this wasn't a horror movie, this was real life. But after a while, I started to wonder. Because the things she did, the things she said, they weren't human. And the way she looked at us, like she hated us, like she wanted to destroy us, it wasn't her, it couldn't be. Fast forward a few months, and it was getting way too difficult to handle Aunt Salma. The episodes were more frequent, more violent. We were running out of options. That's when my uncle reached out to a friend in Morocco, someone who knew an exorcist. The exorcist agreed to help, but he asked us to do one thing, something twisted. He said that we need a drop of her blood, just one drop to be mixed in a glass of water. We leave it out overnight away from her. If the water's gone by morning, it's a sign of what? I didn't want to know. But my grandmother insisted. She said we had to try everything, so we did it, reluctantly. That night, I barely slept. I kept thinking about the glass, about what it meant. And when I woke up the next morning, it was empty. I told myself she must have drunk it, that there was a logical explanation, but deep down, I knew. Something was wrong. Something was very, very wrong. That drive was the most terrifying experience of my life. We were hours into the trip, the road stretching endlessly ahead of us. When it happened, she went crazy in the car, screaming, thrashing, trying to attack my uncle while he was driving. We almost crashed. I've never felt so helpless. My father had to choke her, just to calm her down, just to keep us alive. I'll never forget the sound she made, like an animal, like something not human. In that moment, I realized how far we were in over our heads. This wasn't just a problem we could solve, this was something darker. Sefru. It's a place known for its connection to the supernatural. But this wasn't the kind of creepy you see in movies. This was something else. Something ancient, something real. We were told not to eat anything, not to accept gifts from strangers. Every shadow felt like it was watching us. Every corner felt like it was hiding something. It wasn't just the place. It was the feeling, like the air itself was alive. Like the village knew why we were there. And it didn't want us to leave. I've never believed in curses, in demons, but in Sefru, it was hard not to. We get to meet this exorcist guy. He's intense. The kind of person who doesn't need to raise his voice to make you feel small. He tells us we need to buy a sheep, sacrifice it, bring him the guts, for the exorcism to happen. My father and uncle take care of it. They don't question him, they don't hesitate. But me? I'm fucking scared. This isn't just some ritual, I don't even know what this is. And the way he looked at me, like he knew exactly how scared I was, it made it worse. I've never believed in this stuff. Never. But here, in this place, with that man, it's hard not to. And the thought of what's coming next, it's making my skin crawl. On the following day, we went back to the exorcist. We brought him the guts. He placed them in a bowl, right in the center of the room, and told us to sit around my aunt. He said if we were strong enough, we should stay, that more people would make it easier to exorcise her. I really wanted to leave. Every instinct in me was screaming to get out of that room, but seeing everyone else stay, I couldn't. I stayed, and I hated myself for it. He started saying things I couldn't understand. It wasn't Moroccan Arabic, it was traditional Arabic. The room felt heavier, like the air itself was pressing down on us. And then, she started to move. She wasn't just twitching, it was like something was inside her fighting to get out, and the exorcist, he was sweating, his voice shaking like he was barely holding on. I've never felt so small, so powerless. The lights went out. The exorcist screamed something, a word I don't understand. My aunt screams too, louder, angrier, like something inside her is fighting back. And then, silence. Pin drop silence. It was only about 30 seconds, but it felt like hours. Like time itself had stopped. I couldn't move, I couldn't think. I just sat there waiting for something, anything, to happen. The assistant comes in with a lamp and we see it. My aunt, the exorcist. Both passed out. The bowl is on the floor, the guts next to it, and the guts, they're black. Completely black. I don't know what happened in that room, I don't know what we saw, but I know this, whatever was inside her, it's gone. And I'll never forget the smell, the silence, the way those guts looked, like they'd been touched by something evil. The exorcist said the demon was in the sheep now, that burning the guts would destroy it. I didn't know what to believe, I still don't, but we did it, we burned them, right there on that hill under the stars. After that day, my aunt was normal. No more episodes, no more rage, just her, the kind, quiet woman she used to be. But I can't look at her the same way anymore. Every time I see her, I feel this chill, like something's still there, watching, waiting. I know it sounds crazy, I know it probably is, but I can't shake it, that feeling, that fear. Her sons love me. They have no idea why I can't stay in the same room as her for too long, why I avoid her hugs, why I flinch when she looks at me. How could I tell them? How could anyone understand? Whatever happened in Sifu, it changed me. It changed everything. And no matter how hard I try, I can't forget. I can't move on, because deep down I know something's still there, and it's not gone, not really. I don't know what happened in Sifu. I don't know if it was real or if I just convinced myself it was. Maybe it was all in my head. Maybe it was the stress, the fear, the desperation, but I do know this. Some things can't be explained. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much you want to believe there's a logical answer, some things just don't make sense. And some things, you can't forget. Not the screams, not the silence, not the way those guts looked, black and twisted like they'd been touched by something evil. And not the way she looks at me now like she knows, like she remembers. So I'll keep telling myself it wasn't real, that it was all in my head. But deep down, I know the truth. And it's something I'll carry with me for the rest of